the Washington Post, the New York Times, the LA Times, CNN, the Wall Street Journal, I looked at them all last night. And they're all saying, oh my God, it's murder in the streets in Iran. Oh my God, this human rights organization is saying, 172 dead. Okay, that human rights organization is based in London. And it's funded by the Israelis and Iranians in exile. And then, oh my God, there's this other human rights organization that's saying 500 dead. Yeah, that one's in Washington. And they take money from the CIA. So you can't.
So there's no reliable information.
There's no reliable information. Now, are people being killed in Iran? Absolutely, yes. But think of this too. Do we know that these people aren't being killed by Israeli-backed protesters? Because the Israelis have been bragging over the weekend that they're the ones backing the protesters. And I'll add another thing that literally no one is reporting. Protesters set on fire 48 fire engines in Tehran. 48 fire engines so that they cannot respond to fires. Why? Because it's the Israeli-backed protesters setting shit on fire. And this is just to make it worse.
Now, the thing is, okay, so for people who are listening and are thinking, okay, John's being conspiratorial and blah, 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 let's not forget that we know that Iran is riddled with people on the Mossad payroll because of the fact that, like, they provided the targeting information for the Israeli-U.S. military attacks against atomic scientists and military sites in Iran recently. Right? We know that. We talked about here on the show before any of these protests started about how Iran has a serious Israel problem in terms of infiltration. So I just want to, provide a little context there.
Yeah, I think my point here is to remind everybody that there are two sides to a story. Right. And we're only getting the Israeli side.
Right.
The Israelis are backing Reza Pahlavi. The Israelis are backing these so-called human rights organizations. The Israelis are the ones demanding that U.S. policy be that Iran doesn't have any missiles. So we just have to be very careful to avoid falling into these propaganda traps.